Okay, so we have got to do this more equation stuff, a little bit more of it, no pun intended. The title, more equations, and this is our third one involving more equations, so I'll put C. In any case, we were in the middle, not in the middle, but we actually found a solution to the following equation. It was this equation right over here, the square root of x plus 10 minus 4 equals x. We worked on it and worked on it, and we found our solutions that we found were x equals -1 and x equals -6. Let's check out and see if they actually work. Okay, x equals -1. So replace all your x's by -1. There's one instance of x, replace it by -1. So we've got the square root of -1 plus 10. -4 has to be outside the radical, equals x has got to be turning into -1, right? So that's our proposed solution, that x is equal to -1. Replace this x by -1 and this x by -1. What do we get here? This the square root of -1 and 10 is 9, positive 9. -4 equals -1. What's the square root of 9? 3. 3 minus 4 equals -1. 3 and -4 is -1 equals -1. Checks out. This solution is good. Okay, let's check the other solution. We can submit that as a solution, but what about this one? So go back to the original equation. This is what the original equation was, the square root of x plus 10, just like I have over there, -4 equals x. Let's replace both with -6. So this becomes the square root of -6 plus 10 -4 equals -6. Let's see what happens. Square root of -6 plus 10 is the square root of 4. -4 equals -6. What's the square root of 4? Square root of 4 is 2. 2 minus 4 equals -6. What is 2 and -4? 2 and -4 is -2. -2 is not equal to -6. Absolutely not. And therefore, this doesn't check out to be a solution. There's only one solution to this equation, and that's the only one that's a correct answer. The other one is false. That's why we have to check our answers many times. And particularly in this case where we squared the left and squared the right, where we took it an exponent of an even exponent, 2, 4, 6, 8. We did it to both times in the previous video. That was a signal that we better check our answers. Okay, let's go to another problem, another one of these harder equations. So for that, I want to take a clean piece of paper and put the new equation on the clean piece of paper. There we go. Okay, so we'll call this. I'll call this. I might as well just call it problem number 1. Again, it's a different type of equation. This time it's got fractional exponents in it. So here's what the equation looks like. 5 in parentheses y plus 1 taken to the 3/4 power equals 30. And we've got to solve this equation for, obviously, for y. And then we should check our equation too. All right, now on the side, on scrap paper, I want to go over a couple things with you. Remember, this is an old one. You know this one, and you've used it many times. Power to a power, x2 to the 4th power is x to the 8. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. What if you have x to the 2/3, and you're supposed to take that to the 1/5 power? So power to a power, you multiply the two powers, just like there you multiply. 2 times 1 is 2, so it's x to the 2, and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, fair enough. What if you have x to the 2/3 times, to the power, taken to the power, not times, taken to the power of 3/2. The reciprocal. This is 2/3, that's the reciprocal of it. 2/3 times 3/2, multiply them. These they cancel out. And you know what the actual answer is? X to the 1, which is equal to x. That's what happens when you take a fractional power, a fractional exponent, and take it to its reciprocal, right? Then you multiply them and it turns into 1. We're going to need that right in this problem. Step 1. We need to isolate y. First move, divide by 5 on left, divide by 5 on right. We want to get rid of that 5. What do we get? Y plus 1, these are gone. Y plus 1 to the 3/4 equals 6. Okay, here's what we do next. Take the whole thing, put it in brackets or parentheses, whatever you prefer. Take the whole thing and raise it to the 4/3 power. You see where this is going? They're going to cancel. We're going to be able to get whittled down to that y. Whatever you do to the left, you must do to the right. So I got to take 6 to the 4/3 power. Okay, 3/4 times 3/4, they all cancel each other out, right? And when you multiply them, what's left standing on the left-hand side? Y plus 1 by itself equals 6 to the 4/3. Not bad. We're very close to y. We're almost at the solution. One more move. Minus 1 on the left side, minus 1 on right side, and now we've got our solution to this equation. It's 6 to the 3/4 minus 1. And that's it. The problem is over. However, we're really supposed to check our answer. So let me rewrite the equation. It says what? 5 times y plus 1 to the 3/4 power equals 30. That's what it says. Now we really need to check our answers. What did I just do? That's 4/3, right? I miswrote that. 4/3, and this is 4/3. I apologize. 4/3. 4/3, 4/3, 4/3. Okay, so 5 times y plus 1 to the 3/4 power is equal to 30. That was the original problem. We now have to replace y, that one y, with 6 to the 4/3 minus 1. Let's do it. Cordon this off so you can see what I'm doing. 5. What does y become? Y becomes this. 6 to the 4/3 power minus 1. The plus 1's not going away. Plus 1 inside the parentheses to the 3/4 equals 30. Okay, what did I do? I replaced y with 6 to the 4/3 minus 1. Everything else I left the same. The 5 was the same. The 1 is the same. The 3/4 power is the same. Equals 30. Everything's the same. Now, what does minus 1 plus 1 do in there? They cancel each other out. So we have 5 times 6 to the 4/3. All of that to the 3/4 power equals 30. Now, what does 4/3 to the 3/4 do? They multiply each other. They cancel each other out. It turns into 6 to the 1 power. What is 6 to the 1 power? It's 6. 5 times 6 is 30. That's correct. 30 equals 30. This solution is checked out, and it is absolutely right. Here is the answer. Y is equal to 6 to the 4/3 power. 4/3 power minus 1. I just rewrote it. It's there, but I rewrote it again. Okay, so now that brings us to the final equation that we need to check out. We need to check out one more equation in this 1.6 that talks about more equations. Need a clean piece of paper, and I might run out of time. I might have to do it over 2 videos. We'll see what happens. So, clean piece of paper, and let's see the last equation that we got to do, and it's a bit of a whopper here, and I'm probably gonna have to do it over two videos. Anyway, look at what it looks like. 2x over x minus 4 minus 3 over x plus 2 equals x squared plus 14 over x squared minus 2x minus 8. All right, so what we need to do is get this stuff to look similar. What we need to do is to factor, this is going to be our scrap paper, a little side issue here, scrap paper. we need to factor x squared minus 2x minus 8. That's going to be our first job. All right, and see what we get. Fine. So when we factor it, let's do the, we can see that we have the easy way, that we have the, we can do it with the riddle. It'll solve it real quick. A times b is equal to negative 8. A plus b is equal to negative 2. What are the two numbers? The two numbers are negative 4 and positive 2. Negative 4 and positive 2 gets me to negative 8. Negative 4 plus positive 2 gets me to negative 2. Those are my magic numbers. So let me rewrite this equation now. It's 2x over x minus 4 minus 3 over x plus 2 equals x squared plus 14 over x minus 4 times x plus 2. That is rewritten. Now, what is the lowest common denominator of all these? We don't have to take anything twice. This appears once. Twice. So we just take our LCD is going to be x minus 4. It appears twice. We only take one copy of it. And the other one is going to be x plus 2, which appears twice. Right? So this is x minus 4, and x plus 2. Fine. What do we do when we figured that out? We multiply both sides of this equation by x minus 4 and by the LCD, x minus 4 and x plus 2. We need to multiply both sides of the equation by exactly that. So here's what our next line looks like. It looks like this. X minus 4 times x plus 2 times 2x over x minus 4. That's the first one. Then there's going to be a minus here, but then we have x minus 4 times x plus 2 times 3 over, or let me put, leave that there. 3 over x plus 2 equals x plus 4. I'll do it better on the next video. Just bear with me, please. It's going to be, the right-hand side of the equation is x minus 4 times x plus 2. Multiply that times the right-hand side of the equation, which is over here, x squared plus 14 over x minus 4 times x plus 2. Okay, so I'm going to write this again over on the next video, but let's just set up for where we're going with the next video. We have the left-hand side of the equation, which is being multiplied by x minus 4 and x plus 2. That's the LCD that we got over here. And we are multiplying the right-hand side of the equation also by, so the x minus 4 times x plus 2, the first part, x minus 4 times x plus 2, the second part, which is over here, equals x minus 4 times x plus 2, multiplying the right-hand side of the equation. That's what we're set up for so far, and you'll see where it's going to go from there. It's going to get a little bit easier. Okay, we'll save this last whopper here for last. Okay, let me get out of here.